Hi, it's Cuddles from Grim Gaming again, and we are rejoining ourselves now at Cuddlington, the town. Haven't done anything since I last spoke, and what we're going to do now is see if we can start making this town slightly more viable for what we want. Now, whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to have a little chat also about what I intend to do with this series and what I intend to do with the game. Ideally what I'd like to do is actually kind of take a little look at our region map here, and I intend to fill up some of our regions and see if we can actually make some sort of successful kind of region here. Go back to city view. I love that. I love the fact you can pop in and out. That's just me playing here. Let's do it again. Ta-da! This is our world. This is our railway line. It's where we're going to have our great work. I'm not sure what we're going to have as our great work yet. Back into our city again. Now, you could also tell there I'm trying to wait for the money to go up a little bit here as well, so as we can start educating people. This first town I think is going to be industrial. I need a powerhouse town. I need an education town. And then what we're going to do is see how the series is going. See what resources we've got, and if the resources are good enough, we'll maybe do a little bit of intensive mining, and we might possibly look at doing a tourist town. Now, I've had a play over the weekend, as you heard me say in my previous little video, and had a lot of fun, but I haven't yet attempted a tourist town. Now, I'm led to believe that they're actually extremely difficult, and so what I want before I get to that point, because I imagine it will also be very entertaining, is to possibly have some resources and some finances behind. Now, one of the current glitches, and I still haven't seen a patch update that says it is actually working, is that you can't trade money between cities in your region yet, which is kind of sad. So hopefully by the time we reach a point where we're needing to worry and think about that, I'll be able to transfer funds from sort of examples this city and any other city we've kind of created before then. But I am, as ever, open to suggestions, so if anyone does have a preference about what they'd like to see, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Now, what we're going to do is stick in a school, because we like to educate. It lowers crime, it aids you in not needing to sort of stick in sort of police force, fire brigade straight away. It also helps because we want to invest in our industry here. We need educated Sims. So plomping down the school, and also our bus routes. Need bus routes. Without them, kids decide not to go to school. I don't know. I don't know if you remember being that young, but I didn't used to get on the school bus if I didn't want to go to school. But apparently this lot, they're encouraged by it. They actually love the fact that you're putting school bus stops all over the town. And as you can see, our real estate is improving, so we are gradually going to become a slightly more civilised society. Now let's extend our residential area a little bit before they stop demanding. We haven't got much to extend it onto actually. I obviously clearly wasn't actually looking when I did this. You can slop it there though. Slop. It's still a little bit behind. That's one thing that I kind of would like to see fixed. That you've usually done something by the time the petition has come through. Slightly tedious, but it's all good. Let's plump those down there, and then I'm just going to put one divide down here. And you see, I'm terrible at actually making roads meet up. And we'll plump a divide down here as well. There we go. Just to give you a better view. There we go. That's a terrible bit. Total waste of space. Total muck up. I'll end up deleting that in about 5 minutes probably, because actually I'm going to do it now. Nothing can grow there, and it's pointless. Ta-da! And actually I'm going to do that one as well. Totally sodding pointless. And I'm going to redo it because just want a straight line. I don't want a box. Too close to my intersection. So daft. So terribly daft. Gonna have to go. Can I go from there? Straight line. Straight line road, please. See, can we go from there? That's better. Much nicer. There we go. Slightly on the cock angle there, but it's a lot better. Now let's put some residential. Bing bong. Now, you've got the RCI indicators there on the bottom of the screen. This little greenhouse there about those. They're great. They're good help to tell you what you might and might not need, but they're not gospel. You don't always have to provide them. Your town's not going to collapse if you suddenly stop following what the RCI indicators tell you. You don't have to kind of abide by them. If you're not aiming to make an industrial town, you only need a little bit of industry to start you off, then don't panic. Just do that's what you want to do. You don't have to follow any kind of rules. There is, and there always will be, a formula to creating successful cities. It's going to always be there. Everybody knows, you need a certain amount of industry, a certain amount of kind of commercial, significant amounts of residential in order to make a successful city. But actually, at the end of the day, it's your game and it's your city. So you create what works for you. And if disasters start to happen, you start to have kind of breakdown and people start to leave your city, it doesn't really matter. It's your city, and at the end of the day, there's a reason that they actually have this funky little bit down here. If you hit on here, you go in here to bonds, you just start taking money out. You borrow. That's why we have mass credit debt in the world. These SimCity, it's not real. Not real money, so you're all good, you can spend it. Take a bond. There's no loss of face in doing so. To be honest with you, I probably need to build a medical centre, and actually we are going to take some cash out to do it. I often think this is better than the old Alt W, which used to give you money because you're playing by yourself and you need money. Take bond up, pay it back, it's fine. It's how I learnt maths, taking out bonds in SimCity. Now we put down our clinic. It should hopefully help out because people will start getting sick. There's a lot of sickness in my area. Health coverage for neighbours. Again, you can see here we've plopped some parks earlier on, which means now we have the school. Our land value is going to increase, and hopefully their density will increase as well. Keeping Sims happy is the key. Sims are happy, Sims have got a job, Sims have got places to spend their money, Sims have got some leisure facilities. They'll expand, they'll grow, density will increase. Then you'll start seeing some of the super duper cities and high rises and sky rises that you see kind of all the time. Have a look at my traffic problems here. Well, that's pretty awesome. But it's all removal trucks, and what I will do, that probably cost me too much money. No, we'll just increase that output. It's a big spend, I know. And a lot of people go, oh my god, Cuddles, how come you just spent that much on the road? But keeping them moving is important. There you go, high density, haven't you? Clicky click 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 clicky click click click. I don't know why nobody thinks to actually go up to the next turning and down. Obviously it's not, the thing to do. Our residential here, it's expanding quickly. Let's see if we can pop another one along the back before they make too much demand on us. Also, don't be precious about knocking houses down. You're going to have to. At some point, you are going to have to knock down the house of that favourite little couple that you've been watching all along. That's what happens in towns. That's how people get loads of money. in the real world, power companies will come along and they'll say to you, we wish to knock your house down, we're going to give you this money to do it, unless you don't take this money right now, we'll just knock your house down anyway. So you are the mayor, you have to be forceful. There's no need to be nice and pleasant. Right now commercial demand is low, but I'll still keep putting it in because it's usually the more that's there, the more it's used. Let's see how quickly that fills up. Of course, I did forget, I'm going to go straight back across the screen. First thing I need to do as well when doing that is also extend my school bus routes. They're important. And of course they're so important, and I've extended them so much that my classrooms are already full. Which means I need to go and just quickly do this. But I need some more money, honey. Oh yeah. Loving these expansions. How awesome that you can edit your building. This is brilliant. Used to be you'd have a school and then you'd plop another school and you just keep putting schools down, and you know, you could calculate sort of what distance you needed each school at. But that's not real. That's not how a real town's laid out. You don't just put another school down. You know, you expand your schools out, and now we can do. This is fantastic. Down here it's giving you your stats. And then, you know, we've got 204 students that aren't enrolled, and that obviously want to be enrolled because this is the Cuddlington Academy, and they're all going to become great industrialists. We should now be about to get our money. There we go. Come on. Hello, money. Pay me. Thank you. Cool, my pay was like 20 seconds late. Didn't pop. Try and pop that in there. It only uses one house. So that's now expanded our school. We've now got room to teach a few more people. And we're back to being broke again. But people have got stuff to say. Living here is going to be fun. So much traffic, mass transit. Yeah, mass transit when your mayor has some money. Mass transit's not going to happen right now. It's going to take that little box down there a minute to catch up. And once it does, it will go back to grey. We've done what they wanted. This one here, this is from Maxis. Maxis Man. I'm just going to get rid of it because otherwise it sits there and go like that. It's something I think you want to play with by yourself. Maxis Man and Dr. Vu, cool additions if that's what you want to play with. Also, I'm playing on the fully expanded deluxe edition, and yes, we do have the Eiffel Tower and Big Ben, which is more important. And at some point, hopefully once we reach the levels of me being able to start a tourist city, we're going to have some fun playing with that. One of my favourite features that I've actually found so far is the London buses. They look awesome. Going around your city, blooming great London buses with the British flag on them, they look fabulous. And I got very excited the very first time I was able to play with that, and it made me very happy. But I've plopped down Big Ben and the Eiffel Tower in a sandbox mode. I haven't got anywhere near being able to do that in a real city, and trying to see how it affects the buildings around it, and I haven't actually seen that much effect yet. I'm hoping that after a bit of time maybe they kind of develop, but yet I haven't seen it. So we're going to hopefully have a look at that in the future, and hopefully once we've got a city that actually can support itself and support Big Ben, we'll be getting Big Ben out. Let's pop these down. Now, another trick, we're building a trade city. Actually, I need some more money before I can do this little trick. But we are actually making good money now. And because we're building a trade city, we need to look at trade quite early on. And we have a lot of industry, and what we need to do is get the products that they're making out of the town. And to do that, you can actually just build a trade port. It's only a few grand, and it's a good early way of ensuring that everything that's made in your industry is actually going out and about into your region. And it keeps the industry happy. It's not just about keeping your residents happy. You have to keep your commerce happy. You have to keep your industry happy. And it's about balancing all of those. We have got a massive housing demand. People want to live in Cuddlington. Let's have a little look here. So we can build this. See, I'm just not patient enough to wait for the little blue circle to come up. See, once again, I'm going to end up trashing somebody's house. I am sorry. I'm very sure that you'll be compensated by the government of Cuddlington. Don't you dare do that to me, you evil thing. There we go, that's better. I may even invite you to stay at my mayoral manor when I ever build it. Lots and lots of residential demand. But we're making money, and making money is what it's all about. Data layers are handy. I've used them now and again, and you'll see them being used, but from a non-technical kind of side, at this point, Stinky, I love that, Stinky Dan's. Hang on, where has it gone? Stinky Dan's beauty products. Anyway, back to data layers. They're important, but not right, not all the time. You don't have to use them. I mean, I'm sitting here as somebody that really enjoys this game, that's really enjoyed the history of this game, that adores SimCity, and that has had a really good weekend playing SimCity. And you don't have to be that technical. Now, here's our trade depot. So to get here, I've gone down to specializations. And what we're going to do is just plonk our trade depot. And I'm tempted to put it there, but I'm going to need to expand my wind farm at some point. So we'll pop it here. And you tend to always need a bit of space around it. And if we just go back into our city, what we can do is have a look at our expansions for this. At the moment, all we really care about is our ability to ship goods. We're just literally shipping freight being produced by our commerce. It's a warehouse, it's a storage area, and so all we're going to do is just leave it. At the moment we've got already one freight storage area. I like to put the signs on, and then when we've got a bit of cash together, actually we can put one down. We'll just put ourselves a little delivery truck. There he is. He's all done. And he'll now just, actually we can see the info panel. With this trade depot, we can trade with the global market. Marvellous. Just add a storage module of the resource you want to trade, then the trade depot, and manage the global market deliveries. Resource trucks will deliver and pick up resources here only if we have the correct module and storage space. Buy low, sell high. Okay, thanks for that. Let's go back to carrying on. Is a good trick though. It keeps the industry happy. They'll be pleased to have it. And they are growing again. So we've got good demand for industry here, which is brilliant. How are we doing over here? That in my area is not so healthy. What are they expecting? They moved into a city where you enter through the sewage works. The earth thanks you for using wind as your energy source. Do you know why, Mrs. Bryan, I use wind? Because it's cheap and free. Check out how they're doing. We're only treating 3 people, that's not too bad. Wait till my sewage backs up. What is a saucy smother? Apparently business is good and they're on the main road. That's a little worrying. Now we're going to plop some more parks. I don't think we've plopped any down here yet. Let's plop them down here. Costs a bit, keeps them happy. Then we're going to also put something up here, but I think we might go for sport. Do they look like they're tennis courts? No, I think we'll have basketball. Nope. 15 clicks to get it there. Right, so right now we are making 5,000 an hour. Not bad. Businesses got a few issues. What's your problems? Need to ship going out of business. Well, you can ship. You can ship to my warehouse. Somewhere to ship our freight. You can ship to our warehouse. That's fine. Our warehouse is working. Oh dear. It will increase. You'll be fine. Just use the thing. You've got somewhere to take your freight. Let's add. Hang on. Let's add a freight storage onto here. It might keep them happy. Right. So you literally add modules on. And what we could also do is buy another truck, as we seem to have a bit of a backlog. But in general, the industry is moderately happy. Still growing, and I'm hoping that it will improve and they'll be happier once they realise that there is somewhere to take their freight to. Commerce seems happy all along here. Town hall's not disgusted by us. Let's go on into here. In school, we're teaching quite a few students. There's an ambulance, we'll ignore that. I'm sure that everyone is fine. And as you can see, the types of houses we're getting are actually starting to develop. So that is quite a positive sign. I know it's kind of only up one end, but we've got a couple of bits of development down here. I like this one. These are the Gordons. They've got a nice glow, or is it that they're on fire? I'm not sure. Right, I think the last thing we're going to do for this video is we are just going to plop ourselves a fire station. I'm going to put it down towards near the industry, because that's probably where we're more likely to get fires at the moment. Pop that down a little higher, and then that's all good. Right, going to call it a night for now, and we'll be back to see how Cuddlington gets on, and if we can develop ourselves any further, and if we go out of business. The Creamy Filling Co. Come on, take it to my freight shop. Big business. It's a tough life. It's Cuddles signing off. Speak to you soon. Bye.